unlocked door to bust through, and a Red River rival hell-bent on shutting it. With Kyler Murray in charge, Oklahoma has a chance at the college football playoff. But the Longhorns handed them their lone loss and playing spoiler. How sweet would that be?
One day, I'ma do it like I never did it. One day, I'ma have the courage to go out and get it. One day, do what I love and support my girl. One day, I'ma shake up the whole world.
For the first time in 114 meetings, you can write this down. It's Oklahoma, Texas for the Big 12 title.
Welcome, everyone, to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, and the Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship, presented by Jared. It's a part of Dr. Pepper Championship Week. And for the first time since 1903, there's a Red River rematch. Texas beat Oklahoma in October, 20 miles away in Dallas. It's the Sooners' only loss of this season. They'll try to avenge that today while winning their 4th straight Big 12 title. Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm Sean McDonough, along with Todd Blackledge, joined in just a moment by Holly Rowe. Delighted to have you with us for the start of a great championship Saturday of college football. Todd, this is as big a game as any in the country today. They're playing for a conference championship, obviously huge for both. But in the case of Oklahoma, now number 5 in the college football playoff rankings, the committee will make their choices this weekend. How does it look, in your opinion, for the Sooners?
They've had struggles on defense, but a historic season on offense that has made them extra special. I really think if all the favorite teams win tonight, Alabama, Oklahoma, Ohio State, Oklahoma's in. All they have to do is win the game today, but that's easier said than done because this Texas team is very capable of winning again.
As they demonstrated on October 6th at the State Fairgrounds in Dallas, it was one of the best games of the season in college football, the highest scoring Red River game ever. Texas won 48-45. Both quarterbacks were tremendous.
They were absolutely terrific. They're both fierce competitors, too. Kyler Murray was brilliant, particularly in the 4th quarter when he almost brought his team all the way back from a 3-touchdown deficit, threw for over 300 yards, had a dazzling 67-yard touchdown run, but he had 2 costly turnovers in the game that were big plays in the ballgame. On the other side, Sam Ellinger matched play for play with Kyler Murray. He was spectacular, throwing for over 300 himself. He ran the ball 19 times. Now, not for a lot of yards, but 3 bruising red zone touchdowns. And I think for Texas to have a chance to win again today, Sam Ellinger has to do the same thing. Kyler Murray is going to do his thing. Sam has to play the same kind of game.
And when we talked to Sam last night, he said he will run the ball, even though, Holly Rowe, he's been dealing with a shoulder injury here in the second half of the season.
That's right. Sam Ellinger has been pretty banged up to finish this season. He suffered what he describes as an AC joint aggravation after an earlier sprain. He got the initial injury against Baylor early this season, but then he had an off week. He was able to recover. Then he dinged it up again against Iowa State, and he said he's pretty much been dealing with it every day, having to do extensive amounts of rehab. But he said because he's had 8 recovery days, he's feeling the best that he has. And as you said, Sean, we asked Tom Herman and Sam, will he have a more conservative style? He loves to see contact, and they said absolutely not. They want to win this game, and Tom Herman told his quarterback, hey, I hope that you're holding up the MVP trophy at the end of the game with your other arm because we wore out your good one.
Longhorns took the field a moment ago, 9-3 for the season, their first 9-win regular season since 2009. It's also their first appearance in the Big 12 championship game since the 2009 season. Hoping for their 4th Big 12 conference title. 3 conference championships is second most in Big 12 history, a conference that dates back to 1996. Oklahoma has dominated the Big 12 throughout the years. They're trying for their 12th Big 12 title. From beautiful AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. First time since 1923 these teams have met outside of the State Fair in Dallas, site of the annual Red River Showdown. Interestingly, Oklahoma won the toss and deferred. Lincoln Riley choosing not to put the nation's best offense out there first, so Austin Seibert kicks off, and little Jordan Humphrey takes a knee 1 yard deep into the end zone. So here it comes. comes Sam Ehlinger. And the Texas offense, sophomore from Austin, Texas, has thrown for more than 2,700 yards, just 4 interceptions, 2 in the first game of the year against Maryland. Then he went a conference and school record 308 passes in a row without interception before he threw 2 last week in their regular season finale victory at Kansas. Grew up dreaming of being the Texas quarterback. This is his biggest game as a Longhorn. And he swings it out to little Jordan Humphrey, trying to weave through the traffic, and a nice tackle made by the corner, Trey Norwood.
One of the things that Texas did very well in the first game was use their big receivers, little Jordan Humphrey and Colin Johnson, against these smaller corners for Oklahoma.
Humphrey 6'4", Johnson is 6'6". They try the run with Trey Watson. And this Oklahoma defense, which has struggled mightily throughout the season, trying to make its point to the College Football Playoff Committee that they are national semifinal worthy. Those are the matchups you talked about, Todd. That could be a problem for Oklahoma.
Yeah, the size advantage certainly favors, particularly on 50-50 type balls.
Trey Watson, the running back, went in motion. Ehlinger given plenty of time. Deep ball, and there it is, right on cue. 6'6" Colin Johnson winning the 50-50 ball against 5'10" Trey Brown.
He's in the slot. He gets a little in fake that really froze the defender, and then Sam throws it up for him. And that's what you do when you have that kind of a mismatch on the outside.
32-yard gain. Trey Watson up the middle for 9. Curtis Bolton made the tackle, second leading tackler for the Sooners.
Watch the block by the H-back right here. Andrew Beck does a nice job of sealing the outside on that inside run. And a nice job picking the spot by Trey Watson.
And on 2nd and 2, Watson yanked down again by Bolton, 5th-year senior. Had an interesting career, mostly a special teams player prior to this year. All of his career starts have come this season, and he's one of the best defensive players on their team.
Very active. They move him around in a lot of spots. And again, this whole first possession now, Oklahoma playing primarily with Bolton, Caleb Kelly, and Kenneth Murray, all 3 linebackers on the field at the same time. They're not playing with a nickel back. There's Ruffin McNeil, the defensive coordinator here the last 6 games.
Took over for Mike Stoops, who was fired after the loss to Texas. Ehlinger not reluctant to run, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
Now this is where he is most dangerous, in red zone or short yardage, as his quarterback run all the way. Watch the tight end Brewer, the fullback, and the pulling guard. You have 3 blockers going right into the hole, and Ehlinger on a quarterback design power run gets right in behind those 3 and takes it into the end zone. 3 touchdowns rushing against them the last time. Same kind of thing. 3rd and short, give it to him.
We asked him, you're going to be concerned about running the ball with your shoulder such as he is. He said, not in this game. His 12th rushing touchdown of the season. Texas first on the board in the Big 12 championship game. This was the 6th time this season the Sooners have won the opening toss. It's the first time they deferred. You wonder again why you wouldn't put the best offense in the country out there on the field with a good chance to take an early lead rather than a very poor defense with a good chance you're going to be behind, as they are when they get the ball for the first time.
Well, the point I want to make here is Sam Ehlinger, look what hand he's carrying the football in, his left hand. In that highlight that Holly showed before the game, the 2 plays against Baylor and Iowa State, when he got injured and re-aggravated it, he was carrying in his right hand. He's a right-handed quarterback. He's not going to slide, but that's a way of protecting his right shoulder.
There's Kyler Murray. Chance to make a Heisman Trophy statement. One last one before the voters turn in their ballots this weekend. He handed it off to Trey Sermon. And a tough 9-yard run taken down by Caden Stearns, the defensive newcomer of the year in the Big 12.
Oklahoma, everything they do starts with their running game. Kyler Murray has been spectacular, but this offensive line and their ability to run the football is what sets the table for everything he does.
Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year. Largely because of that skill, the ability to run away from people even when it looks like there's nowhere for him to go. Brandon Jones got him across the boundary, but it's an Oklahoma first down.
Brandon Jones missed a few games with an ankle injury, had to come out of the Kansas game a week ago with a head injury. They are really happy to have him back because he is their best space tackler, and that's important against a guy like Kyler Murray.
And some of these receivers and running backs who find themselves in open spaces. Oklahoma, the leading scoring team in the country, #1 in total offense, and right on target, Marquise Brown collared, and flags come down as a result of that tackle at the Texas 37-yard line. It was Chris Boyd, first team All Big 12 this year, the corner, who took him down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense #2. 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. First down.
Watch Kyler Murray use his eyes to move the safety, Caden Stearns. He looks to the left, moves the safety, then throws back to the other side to Marquise Brown, who had beaten Chris Boyd in coverage. Beautiful work with his eyes that time by Kyler Murray, and there's the penalty at the end of the catch. And Oklahoma in great field position.
To inside the 10-yard line.
Got to keep an eye on here. This part of the field for Oklahoma is Grant Calcaterra. He's right here in the slot. Kind of a tight end body, but wide receiver skills.
Murray, after the fake to Sermon, directing traffic, fires too high, looking for Grant Calcaterra along the back line to the end zone.
That was good coverage downfield by Texas. Kyler Murray wasn't able to go anywhere quickly with the football and was trying to get the ball late to Calcaterra. Good coverage on first down.
As you said, Todd, so hard to get stops against Oklahoma. They got one.
Yeah.
And the penalty has given them 4 more downs. And usually when you give this man and his talented cast around him that many opportunities, they will cash in. Sermon stays on his feet and lunges for the goal line. They're going to mark him down just short. It looked like he would be stopped well short of the goal line. He kept breaking tackles and twisting his way to the goal line.
Now this is their bread and butter play, the counter trap. They pull the backside guard and tackle. Cody Ford, the right tackle, with a huge block. There's the knee down before the ball gets to the plane.
Look at it from the Dr. Pepper pylon camera. 3rd down and goal from inside the 1. Sermon is stopped for a loss. Gary Johnson leading the way.
Oh, Gary Johnson read this so quickly. Watch him read and react. Here he is. He's going to shoot this gap right here and meet Sermon behind the line of scrimmage. Anthony Wheeler there as well. That is a critical stop after a critical mistake by Texas.
Austin Seibert's had another great year. The Big 12 Special Teams Player of the Year. Field goal kicker, kickoff man, and punter. And that one is up and good from 20 yards.
But anytime you can make Oklahoma settle for a field goal the way their offense has been this year, you have to be thrilled.
Ellinger was 3 for 5 on that drive for 48 yards, and the 2 incompletions were wide open receivers he airmailed. Particularly Ellinger, who's on target to little Jordan Humphrey. He went spinning to the 26. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Well, Sam Ellinger has so benefited. I mean, you mentioned only the 4 interceptions, but all of his measurables as a quarterback have improved this year, and really just his decision making more than anything. So much more comfortable, very confident. "7 minutes to go in the quarter. Ellinger on target, first down.
Devin Duvernay, tackled by Kenneth Murray, Oklahoma's leading tackle man for the year.
Beautiful protection. Watch the time that Sam has to just stay in there comfortably, survey the field. Duvernay, kind of the forgotten guy, the slot receiver, but the fastest of this Texas receiving corps.
State champ in the 100 meters here in Texas in high school. He ran a 10.27 100 meters. Pass. It was a lateral and a throw by Keontae Ingram, and Colin Johnson was well covered by Trey Norwood.
Good discipline by the Sooner defense that time. Norwood in good position. They had two eligible receivers. They were both covered.
My question would be, when you're getting yardage the conventional way on just about every play, why do you need to go into the bag of tricks right now?
Sometimes you outcoach yourself, you know. Tim Beck, offensive coordinator. He's been with Tom Herman for a few years.
Was at Ohio State, at Nebraska before that. Well-respected offensive coordinator, one of the truly good guys in the business as well. Ingram chopped down along the near sideline by Caleb Kelly.
Excellent tackle by Caleb Kelly. He had a breakout game last week at West Virginia that we saw. It was his first start, and he had 14 tackles. He returned one of the fumbles for a touchdown. That was a heck of a play there on 2nd and long.
Those 14 tackles last week against the Mountaineers, a career high for the junior from Fresno, California. They blitz him on occasion. The Sooners are crowding the line, but Russ just 3. With others hanging around, Ellinger in trouble. Got back across the line, and that's all.
Well, they only dropped 3, but they had Bolton kind of as a spy. Now, he's not going to rush. He's going to sit right back here and watch Ellinger. They only rush 3, and when Sam starts to leave the pocket, Bolton is there to kind of wrap him up. There's a good critical stop for the Oklahoma defense.
Ryan Buchevsky, freshman from Sydney, Australia. The cousin of the great punter Michael Dixon, 3-year starter in Texas, who left a year early and is now with the Seattle Seahawks. And that's a shank. Buchevsky had a rough start to the year. He'd been much better in the second half, but that was reminiscent of the early part of the year. They're going to mark it at the 35-yard line. The Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship presented by Jared. Texas leading Oklahoma with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's 7-3. Kyler Murray out throwing to the speedy Marquise Brown, and he's ahead to the 41, a gain of 6.
We talked about this Oklahoma offense. The numbers that they have put up this year have been absolutely staggering. Lincoln Riley had the Heisman winner in the first pick in the draft last year. Baker Mayfield, even better numbers this year.
Murray on 3rd down and 4 connects with Miles Tees for a first down to the 50-yard line. They're the only team in the country, Todd, with more than 30 rushing touchdowns and passing touchdowns, and they nearly have 40 of each, and 8 straight games with 45 points is also the FBS record.
Yeah, it's been unbelievable, and Kyler Murray's ability to run has just taken them to a different level this year.
Play clock at 3. And a fake to Kennedy Brooks. And a deep throw. Single coverage. Boyd with contact again. That's going to be his 3rd penalty off the opening quarter as he tried to run with Marquise Brown.
Well, there is nothing that Chris Boyd could do on this one. The first 2 penalties, he made the mistake. This ball was a little bit underthrown.
Pass interference. Defense, number 2. That's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
As Marquise Brown slowed down, Chris Boyd just couldn't put the brakes on and ran into him. It's the right call, but really unavoidable for Chris Boyd. But they went after him. Kyler Murray changed the play at the line of scrimmage when he saw that single coverage outside.
And you're lucky if you catch Marquise Brown when he slows down. He doesn't slow down very often. Junior out of Hollywood, Florida, Kennedy Brooks.
Well, we are approaching the end of the first quarter. and Oklahoma only has 86 yards of offense. And so if you could have told Todd Orlando in the first quarter you're going to hold them to 86 yards and only 3 points, you would have taken that in a heartbeat, because nobody has slowed down this Oklahoma offense, and Texas is holding their own right now.
8.9 for the season per play for Oklahoma. We should point out Texas held them to 6.9, which really doesn't sound like held them to, but 6.9 was the fewest yards per play Oklahoma had in a game. That was in the loss to Texas. Will they extend their streak of touchdowns in the first quarter? Doesn't look like it. Kennedy Brooks driven back by Brecken Hager. He's been one of those players most vocal in some of the conversation back and forth around this rivalry. But he was made to apologize for making the comment that Oklahoma, in a sense, wasn't very good. The Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship on ABC, presented by Jared, will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations. 70 degrees outdoors underneath the roof in Jerry World. Jerry Jones here today after a big win for his Cowboys here 2 nights ago. Their 4th straight win as they shut down the New Orleans Saints. 3rd down and 6. Texas showing blitz, leading 7-3 the first play of the second quarter. It is a Texas blitz. Murray lofts one up, and it's incomplete. Marquise Brown ran under it, tried to make an over-the-shoulder catch, and Chris Boyd, who had a very rough first quarter with 3 penalties, had good coverage there.
Well, that's why you have to have short-term memory. If you're a corner, you got to keep fighting. He does a great job of knocking that ball out late. This is a beautiful throw by Murray. It's a catch until the very end, and Chris Boyd does a great job of staying with the play and ripping that ball out.
Good view of it from the Dr. Pepper pylon camera. So here's Seibert again. Already connected from short range, and this one's from 27. And smiles on the defenders' faces on the Texas side as they can force field goal attempts all day long.
Yeah.
They could be in line for the biggest win that this group of Texas players. We mentioned their first appearance in the title game since 2009. We should point out there was no Big 12 championship game from 2011 through 2016. They brought it back a year ago, won by Oklahoma. It started back in 1996. Texas has won 3 of them. Ellinger going deep on first down. The catch made by Colin Johnson. There was contact. The question is, did he push off? That's what it looked like from here. And that's what Parnell Motley is saying to the officiating crew, led by head linesman there, Mike Moeller.
Yeah, Colin Johnson slowed down initially.
Pass interference. Defense, number 11. The penalty is declined.
Same kind of play that Boyd got called for interference on. Watch Colin Johnson slow down at the end of this route, and when he slows down, Motley makes contact. I think that's a no call myself. I don't know that you need to call pass interference on that play.
If there was contact, to me it looked like it was the right arm of Colin Johnson that initiated it. Ellinger, after the 31-yard pass play, runs ahead for 6. He's inside the 40 to the Oklahoma 38, taken down by Neville Gallimore and Kenneth Murray.
His ability as a runner the last 2 years against Oklahoma has been huge. 19 carries in October and 22 carries the year before in the Red River game.
Lots of maneuvering around the line of scrimmage on both sides. The play clock at 2. Ellinger, plenty of time, single coverage. Johnson with Parnell Motley riding him the whole way.
Nice coverage by Motley. One of the things, the reason that Motley is playing a lot right now, they're making a little change in their coverage. They're using Trey Norwood, number 13, was normally a starting corner, and Motley was the 3rd corner. Motley's a little bit bigger at 6 foot, 177 pounds, and Trey Norwood is playing more safety with Motley at the corner.
Third down and 4. An Oklahoma blitz and an incomplete pass. Big hit delivered by Trey Brown to knock it out of the hands of Trey Watson.
Really nice play by Trey Brown. He was in perfect position. They're trying to get a little rub play and get the back out clean, but it wasn't man-to-man coverage. So that's why Trey Brown was able to stay in his position and make the play.
Well, Tom Herman told us last night we're going to have to outscore Oklahoma. It's not likely to be a low-scoring game. So at least for the moment, he's going for it on 4th down and 4 at the 38-yard line, leading 7-6 early in the second quarter with 4 wide receivers. Ehlinger, first down and more. Colin Johnson able to turn after the catch and make his way down to the 13-yard line, a gain of 24.
This is poorly played by Motley. Watch Motley just take a bad angle after the catch. He runs underneath the route, and that enables Colin Johnson to add about 12 more yards to this short completion. Nice pitch and catch with Ehlinger and Colin Johnson, but poorly played by Motley on the corner.
He marked the ball back at the 15. 23-yard gain and a big start for Johnson. Ehlinger, lots of running room. Out of bounds. Chased out by Robert Barnes. There have been comparisons in his running style to Tim Tebow, and I think they're valid. You watch the way Ehlinger runs the ball. It's almost like he is looking for some contact.
He hunts it up. Yeah, he hunts up the contact. He wants to try to run through people. He's not going to try to make you miss. Takes care of the football, and he's hard to bring down to the ground. And this is where he normally likes to run, in this part of the field, inside the 10.
2nd and 3. Trey Watson, grad transfer from Cal, gets them the first down, 1st and goal inside the 5.
He's been a nice addition to this team. He's given them some leadership, some maturity. Their other back is a true freshman, Keontae Ingram.
They line up very quickly. Will Ehlinger try to do it again? He gave it off to Watson. He was squirted off the original hit, but it looks like they're going to mark him down near the 3-yard line. Unaccustomed position for Oklahoma. They'd scored at least 1 touchdown in 24 straight games. Managed just 2 field goals in the first quarter today.
This formation now is quarterback run to the left. Oklahoma got victimized by that in the first game, so they have more defenders over here than they did in October. But this formation suggests Ehlinger running to the left.
Ehlinger looked to the left, takes it up the middle, and in for another touchdown.
What a brilliant counter move by Tim Beck. Instead of running left, let's run counter, quarterback counter to the right. They've got a weakness there, and Ehlinger with another touchdown run for the Longhorns. Beautiful counter to the adjustment Oklahoma's defense made.
Sam Ehlinger told us last night the game against Oklahoma in October was the best game he's played as the quarterback at Texas. He was quick to praise those around him for giving him the opportunity. Praise for the offensive line here. Dicker's extra point makes it 14-6 for Tom Herman and the Longhorns. Tim Beck, the offensive coordinator for Texas, told us last night Sam Ehlinger believes he was born and put on this earth to be the quarterback at the University of Texas. It's clear that he cherishes this opportunity to play this position in this program, and he's playing it exceedingly well.
We asked him about his shoulder. Are you concerned? He said, not in this game. Not in a game like this.
Cameron Dicker's kickoff there, catch Trey Brown. And we're midway through the second quarter. Murray has a man open. C.D. Lamb. Caden Stearns finally got him out of bounds, but a big play for OU to the 41-yard line of Texas.
Watch C.D. Lamb at the top of your screen on the right side. He's going to fake like he's getting a quick throw, and then he runs by the freshman safety, Caden Stearns. He kind of set him up. and Kyler Murray led him perfectly for the big play.
So concerned as a defender that Murray is going to turn the corner and run it. Trey Sermon did well to stay on his feet for a moment, and he got driven back after a 5-yard gain. And the Texas defense saw that in the regular season meeting. Murray, as Todd Orlando said, ran by our entire defense on a 67-yard touchdown run. They know how fast he is. 3-man rush. Now they send a 4th after him, and that pays off. Anthony Wheeler again for the Longhorns.
Yeah, watch Anthony Wheeler, the work he does on this play. Now here he is. He's not rushing the quarterback, but he's got eyes on the quarterback. So he's just trying to stay in a position to mirror with Murray, and takes a beautiful angle to the sideline and forces him out after a short gain. That is not easy to do, because if you take at all a bad angle, Kyler Murray's going to turn the corner on him.
Senior from Dallas, Anthony Wheeler, their second leading tackler for the year, one of their 5-team captains. Under 6.5 to go till halftime. 3rd down and 8. Probably 4-down territory if they need it. We'll see, because there's Carson Meyer. Taken down by Gary Johnson, 1.5 yards short of the 1st down. They are in long field goal range, but Lincoln Riley is calling a play.
Nice job by Meyer, just kind of finding a soft spot in that zone defense and bringing up the 4th down play. You want the ball in number 1's hands here on this kind of a yardage situation. Give him a run pass option on 4th and short.
Trey Sermon and Kennedy Brooks, the running back on either hip. It's Brooks on Murray's right. And it's Sermon. A 1st down and much more as he slid through inside the 28-yard line.
I actually think they got away with a little movement right here early by Cody Ford before the snap. Got away with it, no flag. Nice lead block by Kennedy Brooks, and a 1st down for Oklahoma.
On 1st and 10. Murray looking to the end zone, and it is caught! CeeDee Lamb with the Oklahoma touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb's in the slot. He's running the deep post. Kyler Murray looking right first. Then he comes back. He's got single coverage, and he runs by Brandon Jones, the safety. Caden Stearns, the other safety, not there to help. Beautiful read by Kyler Murray, and laid that ball out perfectly for Lamb.
Ruling on the
28 yards. No question about possession. Clean catch by CeeDee Lamb, his 10th receiving touchdown of the season. His 17th in just 27 career games for Oklahoma. Seibert, the extra point. 5:01 to go till halftime. The Red River rematch shaping up as another classic.
Every day, I work hard.
Kyler Murray and Oklahoma. Sooners their first touchdown of the game to make it a 1-point game. Austin Seibert, touchback machine. And no chance for a return. 4 kickoffs, 4 touchbacks for the senior from Belleville, Illinois. Beck is wide open. Andrew Beck, he delivers a little bit of a blow into Parnell Motley at the end of the play to the Oklahoma 40, a pickup of 20.
Well, watch Beck. He's going to show like he's blocking on a wide receiver screen, and then he just takes off into that voided area. Nice design play by Tim Beck and Tom Herman. And Andrew Beck with the big catch.
And Tim Beck, the coordinator, no relation, said Andrew Beck is a huge reason why their offense is so much better this year. They really didn't have a tight end a year ago. They use Andrew Beck in a variety of ways.
Well, we've seen him on the end of the line. We've seen him flexed out like he was that playing an H-back here. Bolton again.
He lost his helmet as he renewed his acquaintance with Trey Watson.
a look at this collision in the hole again. Reads it quickly. Both linebackers coming on the inside pressure and nobody there to block Bolton.
I think Texas would be wise here, Todd, to run the clock.
Yeah.
They still have 12 more seconds. They know how quickly Oklahoma can score. This is just second down. Ideally, Tom Herman would want to score with as little time left as possible. Flag down. Ellinger. That looked like a push-off. Colin Johnson. It's a touchdown, at least for the moment. Sooners irate that there wasn't a flag for a push-off, and perhaps there was. There is one down in the end zone. There's also one back near the line of scrimmage on the far sideline.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the offense. Illegal shift is declined. Pass interference, number 9, will be enforced 15 yards from the previous spot. Replay, second down.
Well, the illegal shift, I just don't think they got set up out here correctly when they snapped the ball. And then here's the one-on-one coverage that you're going to see. Colin Johnson, they're throwing it up, giving it a chance, and he gets the push-off at the end of the play. You have to be set for 1 second. I kind of thought they might have been set for that 1 second, but that's what drew the flag.
So 2nd and 25. Ellinger out of the gun. Chased by Gallimore, throws. Incomplete. Brennan Eagles, the intended receiver, and he's only caught 1 ball all year. True freshman who had his only catch back in week 2 against Tulsa.
Well, you talk about, again, critical stops. Look at the enthusiasm on the Oklahoma bench. Their defense right now with an opportunity right before halftime. Their offense is going to get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. They have a chance to turn this game right now.
Well, I would question the play call there by Texas throwing the ball. Oklahoma has no timeouts left.
Yeah, that's right.
2nd and 25. You might have wanted to run a play that would keep the clock running. It's a screen. It's a good screen. It's Keontae Ingram. Backwards to the 41-yard line, well short of the first down by about 11 yards.
Now they can let that clock run now, Sean, as far down as they can. Use one of their timeouts and then try to punt the ball deep, I would think. I don't think you want to go for it here and give Oklahoma any kind of a short field.
Luchevsky into the end zone.
That's not what you want.
No, he's had a rough first half. Here's Holly.
Well, guys, this offensive line for Oklahoma has been under duress today. In fact, over on their sideline, in between series, their offensive line coach, Bill Biedenbow, who is terrific, has been after them. He's saying you've got to be tougher. You've got to finish blocks. They have not been themselves. Even Lincoln Riley, the head coach, came over and was really getting in the face of this offensive line, asking for more. They have been very atypical for what they're normally doing here in the first half. Credit that defensive front of Texas, but this O-line has to come alive.
And no timeouts for Oklahoma. They've had trouble getting the ball snapped. That could be a factor here in the final minute. But they can score in the blink of an eye. And they're on their way, perhaps. Murray on target to Nick Basquin, just his 5th catch of the year.
Murray's vision is outstanding. I mean, his ability to stay alive in the pocket and kind of scan what's happening in the back end of the defense.
No timeouts on either side. 1st and 10 Oklahoma from its own 44. Sooners have not led in the game. Basquin again. High stepping his way out of bounds and thrown down at the end by P.J. Locke, but it's another first down.
Texas was so concerned about covering deep that they didn't have enough defenders over there on that quick throw. Had 2 blockers in front and a big gain with that pass.
Basquin had 4 catches all season long. Now he's had 2 back-to-back. They're at the 36 of Texas in long field goal range. Murray all day. Throws and a leaping catch by C.D. Lamb, and he is inbounds at the 19.
Remaining in the field is a completed pass for a first down.
No pass rush. Good job by that offensive line in this possession, giving Kyler Murray time to just see what he wants to see. What a catch, but I don't know if he got that foot down. They ran the play.
Kennedy Brooks carries.
Wow. I think Oklahoma got away with one there. I don't know that he got his foot down.
I think he one in and one out. It was just a question of which one came down first.
Tremendous effort. But the left foot down, right foot out. I think you're right. I think the left foot came down first.
I think he's just got the left foot down ahead of the right. All you need is one. It has to be the first one. Yeah, left toes down. Good call by the officials.
Wow, what a catch.
And good work by the replay booth to let them continue on.
Personal foul. Face mask by the defense, number 44. That will be enforced half the distance to the goal. It's an automatic first down. This dead ball foul caused the running clock to stop, and Oklahoma will decline the 10-second runoff. We will start the clock on the snap.
Hager, an emotional player. As Todd Orlando said, he's a little out there. He's hoping they win today for a lot of reasons, including he wants to cut that long hair. He said, I won't cut my hair until we win a Big 12 title. And it's been growing for several years without a haircut.
Eye on Calcaterra right here. He's the biggest receiver out there.
Longhorns inching toward the line. They bring pressure up the middle. It was blocked. And it's Calcaterra with the Oklahoma touchdown and the lead. Flag down in the back of the end zone near where he made the catch.
I think it was holding or pass interference on Brandon Jones, who was in coverage on Calcaterra.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense, number 19. The penalty is declined. The result of the play, touchdown.
This is a beautiful route by Calcaterra. He's going to set up Brandon Jones. Watch Calcaterra move a little bit outside, pause, and then cut back in. And that's what drew the holding, but still a beautiful throw by Kyler Murray to the back of the end zone. And Oklahoma takes the lead.
For the first time today. Even when they're stagnant, they're so explosive. Texas got the opening kickoff, marched down and scored, led throughout almost the entire first half, but it's Oklahoma that takes the lead to the locker room and will receive the second half kickoff. The Capital One halftime report after these messages. Texas scored less than 3.5 minutes in, led throughout almost the entire half. Oklahoma scoring in the final seconds of the first half to take its first lead of this Dr. Pepper Big 12 championship game. And Oklahoma will receive the second half kickoff. Cameron Dicker kicks off. And it's a touchback. Welcome back to Arlington, Texas. Sean McDonough with Todd Blackledge, rejoined in a moment by Holly Rowe. We talked about it was a struggling start for this Oklahoma offense, but you look at the numbers, you know, they're over 250 yards for the half, on their way to 500 perhaps again, as they've been in every conference game this year.
Texas did such a great job for most of that first half, particularly stopping the run. And finally, Lincoln Riley said, you know what, we got to throw the football. They're doing a great job on a run. Let's put the ball in the hands of Kyler Murray. And that really started to loosen things up in that late part of the first half.
Kyler Murray throws short. C.D. Lamb across the field, and they'll mark him out of bounds with a first down at the 40-yard line.
They love that play. It's kind of a wide receiver screen under the guise of a crossing route. As long as that receiver gets back behind the line of scrimmage, guys can block downfield. They ran it earlier with Marquise Brown in the first half. That time they did it with C.D. Lamb.
Trey Sermon gets two. A moment ago, Holly spoke with Lincoln Riley.
Well, Coach Riley, that is the first time in 25 games you haven't scored in the first quarter. What kind of changed in the second that you started to get more of a rhythm offensively?
We just made some competitive plays. We had plenty of opportunities. We moved it good in the first half. We just didn't do a good job, finishing in the red zone. We did that there in the second quarter.
How does scoring, go into the locker room at the half, really give you guys some juice? I saw offensive linemen leaping in the air.
Yeah, a lot of momentum, to be able to flip that there, get a stop, come down, score, and get the ball here to start the second half was huge.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, all.
Trey Sermon got them to the the 45-yard line. Here's 3rd down and 5, opening possession of the second half. Murray sidesteps the rush over the middle and on target. First down to the Texas 42-yard line. Miles Tees.
Well, how Murray eludes this. This is a direct path to the quarterback by Gary Johnson. And he just can't get him. Nice job by Kyler Murray using his feet.
Trey Sermon down to the 20-yard line.
But the result is Texas now 9 penalties for 93 yards. That's a huge swing for Oklahoma in this game.
Only 2 called against Oklahoma for 15 yards. Murray keeps it. First down inside the 15-yard line. The 20 points for Oklahoma in the first half. Their second lowest total of the season. Texas held them to 17 points in the Cotton Bowl in the regular season meeting. Sermon wanted to throw it, runs instead, and is close to another first down. Tackled by Gary Johnson just shy of the 5 and just shy of the line to make.
He was looking for Lee Morris in the end zone, and a good decision by Trey Sermon not to throw the football.
Sermon, touchdown, Oklahoma.
We talked about this offensive line, and it's led by a redshirt freshman center, Creed Humphrey. Watch him open this thing up for Trey Sermon. Takes his man completely out of the play. Nice block by Ben Powers, the left guard as well. And Oklahoma right away gets back on the scoreboard. You just cannot stop this offense. You can contain it, you can control it. Texas did that for the first quarter, but now Oklahoma getting it revved up. Kyler Murray started slowly. He was 4 of 8, and he is picked up now.
He's completed 11 straight passes. Started 4 out of 9, 11 for 11 since, and 2 touchdowns. Austin Seibert, another majestic kick. Ellinger running out of time and ripped down by the freshman Ronnie Perkins.
Well, Perkins is right here. He's going to come on an inside stunt. Ellinger has plenty of time early on to make a throw, but he's just not able to find anybody downfield. And at the last minute, Perkins is there for the sack. Oklahoma's defense, much maligned this year, but they have made some big plays in this game so far today.
And maligned with a reason. They're 100th in the country in scoring defense, 111th out of 130 in total defense. Ellinger on target. Colin Johnson running after the catch out to the 44-yard line.
Well, this is a beautiful route and a throw by Sam Ellinger. At the top of the screen, Colin Johnson attacks outside leverage by Motley, the corner. A nice throw on time. They got to get little Jordan Humphrey back involved in the game, though.
Deontay Ingram out toward midfield, a couple of yards short. Kenneth Murray, Neville Gallimore combining on the stop for Oklahoma.
Humphrey only had 3 catches for 22 yards in the first half, and he had a monster game against the Sooners in October. They've got to find a way to get him untracked here in this Longhorn offense.
Targeted him 4 times. He had 9 catches in the regular season win over Oklahoma. Deontay Ingram, first down across midfield to the Sooners' 45-yard line.
Well, Humphrey did a nice job blocking on that play. That was a design screen. You had 2 wide receivers out there blocking. He did a nice job on a linebacker, Caleb Kelly, to spring that play for a first down. Texas really needs a touchdown on this drive. They can't afford to allow this lead to get too far extended with Oklahoma.
Ellinger set himself on target again. Colin Johnson delivers a shove to the face of Parnell Motley and has a first down at the 24-yard line.
Inside technique by Motley. Easy throw and catch for Ellinger and Johnson. You see Colin Johnson at the end trying to get a little extra.
Ellinger was running out of time. Little Jordan Humphrey, a bobbling catch and a loss of yardage on the play.
That was a corner blitz by Parnell Motley, and that's why Ellinger had to get rid of the football. He did a good job just to get rid of the football. Here comes Motley at the top of the screen, number 11, unblocked, and Sam just has to unload the football. Negative yardage play by the Sooner defense on first down.
Kenneth Murray, the tackle. Ruffin McNeil continues to preach his belief in this defense and the talent of the defense, the effort level.
They have Johnson and Humphrey on the same side here to the short side of the field.
Ellinger given a lot of time. Fires to the end zone. Caught as he inbounds. Yes. Touchdown, Texas. Colin Johnson.
What terrific protection. Again, Trey Brown, 5'10". Colin Johnson, 6'4". Throw it up and let the big guy go make a play. 1 foot down, good clean catch. But it started with terrific protection. Ellinger had a long time to survey that field and come back late to Colin Johnson in the corner of the end zone.
7th catch for Johnson. 5 of them have been for 20 or more. That one was good for a 27-yard touchdown. 7 catches, 169 yards receiving, and a touchdown for Colin Johnson, junior out of San Jose, California. And as you said, Todd, it felt like Texas really needed a score, and they got it. Back within a score, a long way to go. We hope you'll donate during V Week. Sean McDonough, Todd Blackledge, and Holly Rowe inside AT&T Stadium, the home of the Dallas Cowboys. Dr. Pepper Big 12 championship game. Oklahoma by 6. Texas after the touchdown kicks off. And Trey Brown takes the knee. Here's Holly.
Well, why is it important to donate to Jimmy V and to the V Foundation? Here's one reason why. Turner Cockrell, who played football at Vanderbilt, 21-year-old young man, died this week from melanoma. It is a tragic event. This is a highly preventable disease, and research could help these young people in treatment. We're seeing more and more young people with cancer. So I personally would like to send our wishes and well wishes to his mother, Noelle. It's been a very difficult week for that family, but we don't need to lose any more young people. So please donate to ESPN and the V Foundation in the fight against cancer. Visit v.org/donate.
Thank you, Holly. We certainly echo your words. Kyler Murray is sacked for a 2-yard loss, and we're delighted to hear Holly's news during the week that just 3 months after finishing chemotherapy in her own cancer battle, scans this week, and all of them clean.
Yep. Great news.
That is awesome news, Holly. Loss of a yard, perhaps even 2. 2nd down, 12, inside handoff, and Sermon is bottled up. Another loss on the play.
Well, you can see what that touchdown did to the defense, the energy on the Texas defense. 2 plays in a row, they get to the quarterback, they get a negative yardage play on a run, and now 3rd and long. Can they force a second Oklahoma punt of the football game?
Alan Murray trying to go quickly. Texas brings pressure. He threw it up for grabs, and it's incomplete. Well short of C.D. Lamb. The throw was a duck as he literally tried to duck the blitz.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's why he threw the duck. He was trying to duck the blitz and get rid of the football, and he didn't throw his normal pretty pass, and it came up short and wobbly. But credit this Texas defense. B.J. Foster on that pressure. 3 dynamic defensive plays in a row by the Texas defense.
A very rare 3-and-out for the Oklahoma offense. Little Jordan Humphrey, mentioned first game this year, returning punts. Tom Herman wanted the ball to be caught, not bounce for additional yardage. He's done that well. 47-yard punt, Texas on offense after this.
This is a defensive lineman out over Little Jordan right now.
Ellinger. There's a crease. There's a first down across midfield and sliding down at the 48-yard line of Oklahoma.
And this is all Sam Ellinger can do is to slide. I mean, he does not normally slide, doesn't love to slide, but he's doing the smart thing right there.
Trey Watson bounces off a couple of hits, gets tackled forward to the 44-yard line.
A nice block by Andrew back in there. And I really like this guy. He does so many different things for them. Number 47 missed all of last year with an injury.
He had a broken foot. He actually broke it twice last year. Ball's out, but it's out of bounds. Trey Watson had it popped out by Robert Barnes.
But that ball went backwards and they lost a couple yards. So it'll be 3rd and longer now for Texas. Good hit by Barnes. Helmet right on the football.
The ball was fumbled backwards and out of play.
Unlike when they play in the Cotton Bowl, we see a lot of Oklahoma fans next to the Texas fans. 3rd and 7 from the Oklahoma 46. He's on target. First down, Little Jordan Humphrey inside the 30-yard line to the Oklahoma 28.
Working on Trey Norwood, the corner who's playing inside as a safety.
A very good backup in Shane Buechele. They battled for the job. Tim Beck said he has the it factor, talking about Ellinger. He's throwing to the end zone and for the lead. Flag down. They might have been holding Little Jordan Humphrey. Robert Barnes intercepted it. Pass interference against Oklahoma will be the call.
Pass interference. Defense, number 13. That's a 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Sean, they got the penalty, but I want you to watch this. Duvernay is going to run in the middle of the field wide open. He's looking to Little Jordan Humphrey out here. He gets the penalty, but if he sees Duvernay in the middle, it's a touchdown for Texas. Nobody around him. They get the penalty, and they're in scoring position, but he would have had a touchdown in one play. But clearly a penalty on Trey Norwood, and they've gone now 2 plays in a row to Little Jordan Humphrey.
3rd penalty against Oklahoma. Run fake. Devin Duvernay lunging for the first down marker. Didn't get to it, but they're going to give him the 5-yard line.
What a nice block by Little Jordan Humphrey also. Seen that a couple times, using that big body, not just as a receiver, but as a lead blocker.
Ingram. First down. Keontae Ingram, the true freshman, their leading rusher for the year, averaging 61 yards a game. 1st and goal, just outside the 6. Ellinger looked like he had some running room, but he stumbled as he got away from the traffic. They'll mark it on the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal, and under 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter in this Dr. Pepper Big 12 championship game.
Again, you've got big receivers. If you want to throw on 2nd down, you've got Little Jordan Humphrey and Colin Johnson both to the top of the screen. This is the formation that they have run with the quarterback to the right in previous games against Oklahoma. Same thing they did in the first half.
It's Ellinger corralled after a short gain. Amani Bledsoe says, we're not going for that again.
Really nice play by Bledsoe. Worked his way down the line. Was not fooled. It's Ruffin McNeil. Took over for Mike Stoops. Huge 3rd down play for his defense right here. Remember, they were 1st and goal inside the 2 before this.
And you wonder if it's 4-down territory. Tom Herman said you really can't kick field goals against Oklahoma. Sooners showing blitz. They rush 5. Ellinger throws, caught, touchdown, Lil Jordan Humphrey.
Well, that's a mismatch for Texas. Lil Jordan Humphrey, their best receiver, against a linebacker, Caleb Kelly. One-on-one coverage. Good read by Sam Ellinger. Watch this right here. One-on-one against the linebacker. Gets the separation. Ellinger puts the ball in the numbers. And Texas with a chance to take the lead.
And it's the true freshman out of Austin, Lake Travis High School, Cameron Dicker. One of the heroes of the regular season win against Oklahoma. Kicked the game-winning field goal. And that one is off the uprights. Looked like it was deflected, and now it's Robert Barnes, but the play's dead. It hit the crossbar.
The ball is dead by
appeared.
rule when it hits the crossbar. The extra point is no good.
And it's the first one missed by Dicker this year.
A little bit low by Dicker.
Amani Bledsoe.
Yeah, Bledsoe. Yep, he's the one who got it.
And got enough of it that it did not creep over. Dicker had been 49 for 49 in PATs in this his freshman season. Dicker's kickoff will be a touchback. Here's Murray, averages 306 yards passing, 71 rushing per game. He sets and throws, and it's through the hands of Marquise Brown, a little bit too far in front of Hollywood.
Yeah, you don't see Kyler Murray miss many throws like that. He didn't have any pressure, just a little bit overthrown to the outside. Marquise Brown working on the safety. They've really worked that matchup against Brandon Jones.
Kyler's parents, Kevin and Missy. Kevin, a fine quarterback at Texas A&M, who now tutors young quarterbacks. Kyler told us, my dad taught me how to play. One of the things he taught him is how to be patient in the pocket. Ran out of time and patience there, wisely so. Weaving along the sideline, a first down. Out near the 40-yard line.
Well, and this play shows you how dangerous he is. Now you're going to see Jeffrey McCulloch, number 23, in position to make a tackle. But as soon as he takes one false step, the quick feet of Kyler Murray gets to the outside and turns it into a positive play. Has the ability to make you miss with quickness and then run by you with great speed.
The only player in the history of FBS football go through a regular season, average 300 yards per game passing and 60 yards or more per game rushing. Kennedy Brooks to the 49, and in many years, Todd, he's a shoo-in.
Yeah,
Kyler Murray to win the Heisman Trophy, but not in this year when Tua Tagovailoa has been historically great. Dwayne Haskins has already set the Big Ten single season record for touchdown passes, breaking a mark held by Drew Brees. And
they all three are playing in huge games tonight on a national stage. I just think it's awesome for that reason for the Heisman race.
Final minute and a half of the third quarter, tied at 27. Huge missed extra point by Texas a moment ago. Marquise Brown got just enough for the first down to the Texas 49. Dicker, who kicked that 40-yard game-winning field goal against Oklahoma with 9 seconds left. Had a great freshman year, but that was a big miss on the block by Bledsoe. Murray scrambles for about 8 more. They had scored 3 touchdowns on 3 consecutive possessions before the 3-and-out last time on the field.
And you hate to give up a gain of 7 or 8, but you'll take that with Kyler Murray because, like Todd Orlando said to us, he can run 60 yards just as fast as he can throw a pass 60 yards. So if you hold him to 8 yards or 7 yards, that's kind of a win for your defense.
I'm not sure that's literally true, but it has to be close. You'd almost like to see it. He could outrace a ball that was 60 yards in the air the way he throws it. Marquise Brown. How about that footwork? Knocked down from behind. Inside the the 30-yard line.
Nice job by Lee Morris, the other receiver out there with the block on Chris Boyd. Oklahoma kind of methodically going down the field here with short passes and runs after the catch.
Brown limping slightly as he went to the sideline. They do not have to snap the ball again here in the third quarter, and it appears that the Sooners will not. One of the great rivalries in American sports, not just in college football. And this one is for the conference championship, the Dr. Pepper Big 12 title game on ABC, presented by Jared. We'll continue after this word and a word from our ABC stations. Temperature in the low 70s inside Jerry World, 83,114. Most ever for any FBS conference championship game. In terms of time, a very long drive by Oklahoma standards, more than 4 minutes now. Working their way up the field, nothing doing there for Kennedy Brooks. Chopped down by Chris Nelson. Veteran in the middle of that defensive line. His 28th career start for a senior from Lakeland, Florida.
Chris Nelson did a nice job of beating the freshman center, Creed Humphrey, on that play. Stout guy in the middle of that Texas defense.
Personal center coach will help Creed work on that in the days ahead.
We'll have that one filmed up, boy.
Blitz again. Murray danced ahead to the 15, perhaps even the 14-yard line.
Hart.
They're bringing that maybe for Marquise Brown. The guy that Texas needs to step up here in what could be one of the biggest third down plays of the ball game. Charles Omenihu, the defensive lineman of the year in the Big 12 Conference, been pretty quiet so far today against this outstanding offensive line.
Another blitz from Texas, and Murray's pass behind C.D. Lamb with Devontae Davis in single coverage. Fourth down, and the field goal team comes on for Oklahoma.
Chris Nelson, number 97, did a nice job. He wasn't going to get to the quarterback, but he jumped and raised his hand, and that little bit got in the vision of Kyler Murray, and the pass was thrown behind his intended receiver.
Seibert, one of the great kickers in the country. For the lead from 31 off the left upright and through.
We've seen one hit the crossbar, and we've seen something hit the upright. Seibert knocks it through. That looked like he was going to hook away for sure.
Wow, sure did. At the inside of the left upright. Actually, it looked like it was hooking and then faded back.
It did. I think this is one of the best things this guy does. The percentage that he kicks it out of the end zone is outstanding.
Johnson, by the way, has set the Big 12 title game record for receiving yards. He'll add to it. Johnson knocked out of bounds by Motley. Prior to that catch, he had 169 yards receiving. He's up to 177 in the game. The previous mark, Big 12 title game, 142 receiving yards by Malcolm Kelly for Oklahoma back in 2006. Trey Watson ahead for a first down and across midfield to the 48-yard line.
I think the other thing, if you're Tom Herman, if you're Tim Beck, you want to use clock here too. You're moving the football well. You've got the same amount of yardage as Oklahoma has, but you want to put a little more pressure on Kyler Murray and that Oklahoma offense by the number of chances they'll have left in the game.
Look out, Ellinger about to get hit as he throws. Johnson flailing around, won't get a flag thrown this time. Good pressure by Kenneth Mann on Sam Ellinger.
Yeah, he got a good hit on Sam Ellinger too as he released the football.
Spoke with Sam Ehlinger last night, Tom Herman. They said the mantra all year long was finish. Last year, Texas lost 4 games that they had the lead in the 4th quarter. This year, they've played 9 one-possession games. They've won 6 of them. Trey Watson. Tom Herman told us throughout the offseason, with about 15 minutes to go, even if it was just a weightlifting session for the team, they'd stop, they'd bring everybody together, they'd hold up 4 fingers as if, okay, you're heading to the 4th quarter of this workout, let's finish.
Well, they're going to have that opportunity here. That was a beautiful play on 2nd down by Neville Gallimore to stop that run and for little if no gain. And 3rd down and long again. They converted on 3rd and 10 with the penalty a moment ago. 2 big receivers down to the bottom together.
Pressure. It's blocked. Ehlinger throws. And the fans want a flag on Trey Norwood, who was wrapped around little Jordan Humphrey. There is no call.
Humphrey's in the slot, working on Norwood. He's going to run the out route. He got his jersey pulled. I don't know what is pass interference and what is not, because that looked like a lot of pulling and grabbing and fighting through the receiver on a 3rd down play. I think
that's
the play is
clearly
going to come
pass
out.
interference. He's wrapping Humphrey up with the ball still on the way. Ryan Buchevsky on the punt.
That's going to be a penalty. Could be. Yep,
Yes.
there it is.
Fair catch signal made by C.D. Lamb, and Josh Thompson hit him. Sean McDonough, Todd Blackledge, Holly Rowex, the Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship. 10.5 minutes to go. Oklahoma the ball at a 3-point lead, trying to win the Big 12 for the 4th year in a row. Texas trying to win the conference crown for the first time since 2009. Well, the penalty against Texas, the Longhorns' 12th of the game for 118 yards, brings the ball out to the 20-yard line. Kennedy Brooks, the running back. Longhorns showing blitz and trying to bring 5. Well blocked, and Kennedy Brooks chopped down. P.J. Locke, the senior out of Beaumont, Texas. Stalwart for this Longhorn team, his 40th career start.
Very physical, plays that nickelback position, one of the most physical guys on this team.
Will graduate in a couple of weeks, 3.5 years. Good throw and catch, Grant Calcaterra. First down, 33-yard line. Kyler Murray on target.
And the arm strength. This is from the left hash, throwing it deep out to the right sideline. The guy can make every throw that you'd want a quarterback to make. Very impressive arm.
It could be he has just 1 more football game left. He hopes he has 2 more left in the college football playoff, but it was reiterated earlier this week his intention to go play baseball as a first-round pick of the Oakland A's when this football season is over. Kennedy Brooks yanked back after he crossed the 35. Anthony Wheeler, the tackle.
Both teams have done a great job of taking care of the football. Texas had the 1 football by Trey Watson that fumbled out of bounds, but neither team with a turnover.
Murray again on target. C.D. Lamb ran away from Devontae Davis, who looked a little wiped out as he tried to make the tackle. C.D. Lamb belted from behind, lost the ball. It got knocked out, and Texas has recovered. Brandon Jones came up with the football.
The rule on the field is a catch on board, recovered by the defense, first down.
Gary Johnson came flying down the field. The senior from Douglas, Alabama, separated Lamb from the ball, and the Longhorns have it at the 8-yard line.
What started as a poor play by Devontae Davis that turned a short throw into a long gain now ends up as a turnover, it appears, and Texas, with the first turnover of the game, is going to get the football. Was his knee down before the ball came out? That's the only question.
That ball's well on its way out.
Ball is out. What a hustle play by Gary Johnson chasing from behind. C.D. Lamb had turned that catch into a spectacular play, but the hustle play by Gary Johnson gets the first turnover of the game for the Longhorns.
Texas from its own 8-yard line. Deontay Ingram yanked down immediately by Kenneth Mann. And Todd, a long way to go in this one, but questions about the Oklahoma defense. Some wondering, is it worthy of even being included in the 14 playoff? They're making a significant statement today.
Absolutely. This is a much different looking defense than the one we watched last week in Morgantown. A lot of negative yardage plays. They've been more stout against the run. That's a heck of a play on first down by Kenneth Mann for negative yardage.
Play fake. Ellinger knocked down for a safety. Trey Brown came out of blitz, and Ellinger never saw him.
They call this a cat blitz, a corner blitz from the short side of the field. Ellinger has his receivers to the left. He is not anticipating blitz at all. It's going to come right from here, and Sam never sees it, but he feels it when it's too late.
Free kick from the 20. Put it on a tee with Cameron Dicker. It's a good boot. Driving Trey Brown, the safety, all the way back near the 10, and he gets swung down at the 35-yard line.
Little off his mark.
Yep, rushing yards
off his mark.
Well, the pass yards are slightly above average for him. The rushing numbers down. Here's Trey Sermon. Starting to see some tired-looking Texas defenders. Brandon Jones got him down.
Beautiful block by the right tackle, Cody Ford, blocking on Brenton Hager. Just opened up a massive hole that time for Trey Sermon. Sermon's not a guy that's going to make you miss very much. He's a pretty physical runner.
Particularly smart if they get one more score. Field goal and they get 8. Texas would have to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Obviously, a touchdown makes it a 2-score game, and Texas would be in a heap of trouble. Big third down call here. After the carry by Trey Sermon, Lincoln Riley sends in the third down and 6 play.
And you got to be alert for a run by Kyler Murray. Remember, no Marquise Brown anymore. C.D. Lamb is your primary target up here. And Calcaterra not in the game right now.
Play clock at 5. Texas blitzes. Murray gets it off. Open receiver. First down. Lee Morris, the former walk-on, high school teammate of Kyler Murray, just down the road in Allen, Texas.
Beautiful read. He sees blitz. He's got single coverage. It's out of his hands. Too quick for any pressure to get to him. One-on-one with the free safety, B.J. Foster, who is in there because of the injury to Caden Stearns. And Oklahoma moves the chains. Beautiful read that time by Kyler Murray on third down.
Stearns on crutches on the Longhorn sideline. So it's 1st and 10 again. The clock moving under 5 minutes to go. A blitz, and they ran into the side from which the blitz came. Texas didn't wrap up. And the blitzer, B.J. Foster, actually wound up being involved in the tackle at the line of scrimmage on Trey Sermon.
I don't think you can play off coverage on these wide receivers. I think you got to get up and press them if you're Texas, because if it's off and you try to pressure Kyler Murray, he's going to get that ball out quick. He may not throw on this second down play, but if you play off on their wide receivers, he can get the ball there in a hurry for completions.
Murray leading the play clock down to 4. Pump fake and a run for about 2. Another mammoth third down here with 4 minutes to go. Gerald Wilbon made the tackle with help from Gary Johnson. Marquise Brown with crutches back on the Oklahoma sideline.
This is the down I think you have to get up and get a little pressure, get some hands on receivers. 3rd down and 9.
Texas brought a blitz a moment ago on 3rd and 6. And it was an easy completion for Oklahoma. See how Todd Orlando plays this 3rd down and 9. 3.5 to go. Murray under pressure. Man open again. It's Lee Morris again. They won 3 state titles together in this building. And they might be nearing a conference title today.
Outstanding work by Kyle Murray. Just feeling the pocket, collapsing, stepping up, and just flicking that ball for the completion to Morris. So nifty in the pocket. Good hit by B.J. Foster, and Morris holds on to the football for a huge 1st down.
Morris, Murray, Bobby Evans, the left tackle, all teammates at Allen High School on those state championship teams. Kyler Murray went 5-0 here at AT&T Stadium in high school, including wins in 3 championship games. And if you're Texas, Todd, I think you have to start thinking about timeouts. Kennedy Brooks, the ball carrier. No timeout yet from Tom Herman. He has all 3 of them left.
So impressed with Kyler Murray, his work in the pocket. You know, when a guy who can run that well, you'd think he'd take off and run all the time, but he moves in the pocket with the idea of throwing the football. He runs when he needs to run, and he runs when it's a designed quarterback run. But he stays in there and moves to throw, and did it beautifully on that 3rd down play.
2nd and 7.
Now there might be a timeout.
Sermon.
There's a timeout.
Texas fans hollering toward Tom Herman to use the timeout, and he does with 2:04 to go. Lee Morris, his old high school buddy, didn't have a catch all day. He's had catches on 2 big 3rd downs. Where will they go on this one? 3rd down and 10. 2 timeouts for Texas. Oklahoma by 5. Murray lofts one up for Calcaterra. What a catch! With the defender on him, it looked like he snared it with one hand. Grant Calcaterra with 2 minutes to go.
They decided to press on the outside.
Touchdown is confirmed.
Calcaterra working on B.J. Foster, and it was a one-handed catch from a beautiful throw by Kyler Murray. The touch throw to the outside shoulder, the one-handed catch on 3rd and 10. That is beautiful work.
What a drive, a championship drive, it seems, for Oklahoma. They held the ball for 6 minutes and 19 seconds, 11 plays, and barring something remarkable in the last 2 minutes, they'll be the Big 12 champions for the 4th year in a row, and quite possibly on their way to the college football playoff. A lot to be determined elsewhere on this championship Saturday. They were 3 for 3 on 3rd down on the drive, including this one. Murray to Calcaterra. There's little Jordan Humphrey. Little Jordan Humphrey. There's a flag down back at the 30-yard line. It's a touchdown if it stands.
During the return, holding, receiving team, number 29. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. 1st down.
Josh Thompson called for a crushing penalty for Texas.
Oh, right there in the middle of the frame. Number 29. There's the left hand grabbing jersey and maybe even face mask on the return. Little Jordan Humphrey, touchdown taken off the board, and for Texas, 12 penalties, 118 yards. The ball back on the 20.
Kickoff return touchdown wiped out. Ellinger over the middle. Devin Duvernay, he can fly. He gets them all the way out to midfield. They're not a big play offense. They haven't had a play from scrimmage of over 50 yards all season long.
Yeah, they're not really built to play come from behind necessarily either. That's just in a difficult situation right now.
Needing 2 scores on target. Gerard Hurd, the former quarterback, with his first catch of the day, just his 12th of the season, senior from Denton, Texas.
A nice read by Sam Ellinger. 2 deep safeties. The middle of the field is open, and Hurd was able to exploit that opening.
Ellinger to the end zone. Johnson, who's had a record-setting day, couldn't hang on to that one.
They've given him a lot of opportunities on plays like that. He's used his big body. I think he's become an even better and more physical receiver in the second half of the season. And he has had an outstanding ball game tonight.
For a great family, his dad, Johnny Johnson, was an All-American defensive back at Texas in the late 70s. Played 10 seasons for the Rams. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame. From the 19, they've been in the red zone 3 times previously with 3 touchdowns. And that one is intercepted. A game-sealing play off the ricochet. Trey Norwood wraps up the Big 12 championship for Oklahoma for the 4th year in a row.
Obviously, a little bit of a miscommunication between Sam Ellinger and Lil Jordan Humphrey. Watch as Humphrey goes out to the outside. The ball's thrown to the sideline. He's moving in. The ball was tipped by Motley and intercepted by Norwood. And another critical stop by this Oklahoma defense should just about do it.
When you have an offense, as Oklahoma does, you have to do just enough.
That's it.
And that's what they did last week. More than enough. Murray dancing around, is killing time. Now takes the knee. And on a day when we said for a lot of the day, Oklahoma seemed to struggle on offense, particularly early in the game. 511 yards of offense.
Right.
That means every conference game they played this year, 9 regular season and the conference title, they had 500 yards of offense. Tears in the eyes of Lincoln Riley, it seemed. They were the first team in the history of college football to have 500 yards of offense in each of 9 regular season games. Oklahoma, the first Power 5 team to win 4 straight conference titles since the Florida teams of the mid-90s, 93 to 96. First Oklahoma team to do it since the mid-80s under Barry Switzer. Here's Holly Rowe.
Well, Coach, all week long, the focus has been trying to do something no team in history has ever done in the Big 12. 4 straight championships. What are you most proud of this group?
Hard to say. It's been a hard year. 4 in a row, stuff that's never been done in Oklahoma, never been done in this league. I'm so proud of our guys. Texas was a great team, great battle with them, both of them this year. But we're the champs, and it feels darn good.
Your quarterback, again, you put the trust in him on 2 crucial 3rd downs, and he finds old high school teammates to make those plays. Why do you trust Kyler Murray like you do?
It's what he's done all year. He's had to make big plays in big games. He's had to make plays for us every single week for us to win. And the guy's done it at elite level. He's the best player in the country. I think America saw that right here.
Coach, this may not be the right moment, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Why does this team deserve to keep playing college football?
Because of what you saw today. It's a 12-win team. Team that's just still getting better and better. Our defense played their tails off today. Our best ball's ahead of us. We can't wait for what's next.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Emotional Lincoln Riley. Bob Wishoes and Brock Hurd are in Orlando for the American coming up right after these messages. So long from Arlington.